Welcome to
No Fucking Filter. It's season 2, bitches.
Hi.
We're back.
We're back. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a minute, I feel like,
Since we filmed, for sure. Yeah.
What have you been up to?
Well, the whole world knows now that I'm pregnant, so that's exciting.
If they didn't before, they know now.
They do. Yeah.
Congratulations.
It's due in November, so it's just a little bit of a life change. We're really excited, but getting prepped and ready.
Yeah.
So yeah. What about you? How are you?
Not pregnant.
No.
I'm good. Things are getting busy again. Weddings are kind of picking up.
Yeah.
It's nice out.
I honestly, our mood just
so much better.
We're happy over here.
Yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah. We're touching on our adventure to ARC in this episode. ARC happened in April, and we actually you've attended almost like every single year, right?
Yeah,
amazing. Lisa dragged me last year, and I could not have thanked her enough. It was such a good experience. So we headed out there again this year, and we're gonna deep dive and kind of unpack what it was all about.
Should we have a little cheers?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers to your child.
Yes.
She doesn't know what it is yet, guys, but I'm betting girl. You heard it here first.
I was betting boy for a long time, and now
I have a sense about these things. I knew you were pregnant before you even told me.
It'll be a funny episode. Definitely not. We're not doing this, but going through all the wives' tales and seeing what it could be. Maybe we'll do that. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like they're not all true.
No,
for sure, because they didn't all apply to me.
No. I think they're all a hoax, but
well, I can't wait to see what's in there. And then, sorry, Harvey, move aside. We've got a new co-host when this baby's born.
Could you imagine? We'll be potting with.
Absolutely, we will.
We'll maybe do one.
Yeah.
Okay.
She'll be like right there.
Yeah. Well, okay. We'll see. We'll see if it's a girl. Okay. Tell me what. For the people that don't know, what is ARC and what was your favorite thing this year?
Ooh, good question. So ARC is a conference put on by an amazing guy named Sachin. It's a conference for photographers in Vancouver, but I feel like when you think of a conference, it's not really that. So it's a bit different every year. There's different speakers, but people come and share their stories or share like business tips, that kind of stuff.
Some are absolutely unhinged and have us cackling and laughing till we're crying.
Yeah.
And some have us crying because they are just opening up and being super vulnerable and sharing their story, which it's just a whirlwind of emotions, and it's actually so amazing.
Yeah, it's about the speakers, but it's also about the community, and you meet so many people when you're there and kind of like form this bond instantly.
We ended up going out, and we were calling it a Barbie house.
Yep.
It was maybe not quite up to Barbie standards, but
Barbie would be horrified. So we all rented a house. So who went? It was me, you,
we had
Bree,
Dana, Bree,
Kara, Becky, Keely, Taya, Jenna, and Lois.
Damn, you
so
got
we
it.
had a crew.
Yeah.
And then there were some other Calgary people there too. And McCabe, who you guys know from the chicken episode, was there. And she spoke. We'll get into that. But she was a speaker. And then Carissa, who we love, was there from here.
There was Olia or something.
Olia, Nikki, Colette, who sat with us.
There was quite a few people, honestly.
Nikki, I know you said you're a pod fan, so we're giving you a shout out.
Nikki.
We'll have her on one of these days.
It was really funny because we kind of got a shout out throughout the weekend because we were all like, the Calgary crew was just the loudest.
We were in the front row.
Oh yeah, and we were hooting and hollering and yeah.
Yeah, it was so fun, honestly, staying together. You, me, Brie, there was like a whole crew of us on the plane, which was really fun.
Yeah.
Honestly, aside from ARC, probably that was my biggest takeaway, was just how amazing our community is and how a house with 12 girls or however many it was, there was no drama.
No drama.
I love them all. Like, we're all very different, but it was so fun. It was like being at summer camp or something.
It literally was so amazing. And I know we've said this over and over again, but we're just so grateful for our community.
Yeah, we really are.
People.
Yeah.
And the fact that, like you said, 12 people in one was it 12 of us in one house?
10?
Jesus,
12?
10.
I don't know.
10,
I can't do math.
10. But that's it. That's insane. And I want to do it every single moment we can.
It made it so much better, I feel like, because we stayed together.
Yeah. There was some fun little moments. And the debriefs. The debriefs were my favorite. Like,
when everyone comes home, piles into the living room, and you talk about the day or the night out, like, that's the best part always.
Yeah. So what was maybe your biggest takeaway or your favorite thing from the conference itself?
There was a lot. I feel like this year, maybe it was a bit less emotional than other years. It was more like businessy kind of technical stuff, which I did like. In past years, it's been really emotional. People talking about their stories and their struggles and whatever. I think for me, the one that probably resonated the most was Tessa Shannon and her talk.
Oh, yeah.
Also, she was the first one, so maybe I was just the most alert. It was very warm and sunny in the room, and sitting for like 8 hours in a hard chair. By the end of the day, I was fully, my eyes were like, I could not keep them open.
I was falling asleep.
I was trying so hard, every tactic to stay awake, but it was tough.
She was nodding. No.
Yeah, but I loved Tessa's talk. Her talk was about taking big swings and how, it's uncomfortable, but the only way to grow is by like being uncomfortable, basically. And playing it safe isn't ever going to get you where you want to be. So
exactly.
There's always a risk, but you have to be like comfortable with failing and comfortable with being uncomfortable and just do the thing that seems crazy, because you don't know. Like, it might fail, but it might be even better than you ever imagined, which kind of is like the pod a little bit. Yeah. Maybe that's what was resonating. And it also kind of motivated me to be like, okay, I need to take some bigger swings in business, because I already know that my path right now isn't gonna make me the millionaire that I want to be. So I gotta figure out something else here.
Yeah, she was an amazing opener, and I think everyone could relate to something she was saying. Like, because we as business owners, we're always thinking about that like one thing that we want to do, but we're too scared to do, and it was really cool listening to her. I liked her a lot too.
She was great. She was a great speaker. She was very like
well
calm
spoken. Oh my gosh, so calm.
Yeah. Also, our friend Aileen from Together We Go, who you guys know, she spoke. It was her first time speaking, and she absolutely crushed it.
Oh, she crushed it.
She was, she was so calm and put together.
Totally.
And her talk was about setting boundaries in business, which
I really loved hers too. Yeah. And like, kind of, it's so her, very quirky. She kind of, her little things that she added in there, very much her. And, I think, again, everyone could relate to that one as well, right? Because we all suck at boundaries.
Yeah, literally.
There were a ton of good speakers.
What was yours? What was your biggest takeaway?
I think actually, like, Karamia really spoke to me.
I had to leave early to go to the airport, so I missed that one. But that's the one everyone's been talking about.
I know. The one you missed. Just because she really honed in on her analogy, using a butterfly and showing its different metamorphosis stages really spoke to me, because you are kind of in a different stage at any point, right? And it's okay if you go back a stage.
Yeah.
Just because you're going back a stage just means you're redoing the whole metamorphosis, right? And you're going to get to that end stage again. But I cried. She was really lovely. I kind of, maybe I am connected to the ones where I feel like similar, I guess, right? Obviously you would be connecting to those people, but yeah, it was very cool. I really loved what she spoke on, and just with my transition of like from photo to video, and also just like creating space and room for more creative passion projects in photo. That's kind of, I loved, it was kind of reaffirming and reassuring.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sad I missed it.
I know I am too.
I know Bree said that was really powerful for her too.
For sure.
I also loved Tomas. His talk was really cool. He just approaches things so differently. He's like a true artist.
Oh my gosh, 100%.
Yeah.
He's just
if
so cool.
If you guys don't follow him, Tomas Wagner, I believe.
And just like listening to him talk and like his demeanor and the way he's a little bit not private, but like a little like he's not out here screaming.
He's not the guy that's like doing Getty Ready with Me's on Instagram or anything.
Right.
But yeah, his work is so cool. Definitely go check him out.
Very cool approach. Yeah. And what I took away from his the most is the fact that he goes kind of above and beyond trying to learn his client and connect with his client prior to even any shooting.
Yeah.
And also having them jump through hoops in order to book him. Like, it kind of, it proves like that's his ideal client. You know, if they're willing to go through this, like, they're meant for me, right?
Yeah. Yeah. What else was really interesting? There was a lot of talk about like the client experience, which is something I am really needing to refine and something I'm always aware of. But there was just a lot of awesome information. And I feel like every time I leave, I'm like so tired from absorbing everything, but also just like kind of invigorated and ready to go. And it was perfect timing. November is tough. I feel like we're all kind of burnt out, and then we're not shooting as much to like put all that stuff into practice. But this was good timing, like pre-wedding season. Oh yeah, I think.
April, and it's so pretty in Vancouver in April. Like that was.
We were like, I don't know. You would have thought we came from another country across the world because everything was in bloom there, and when we left here, it was very brown and gray.
Oh god!
And
Hey guys, sorry to interrupt.
If you're enjoying this episode, we would really appreciate it if you downloaded it.
Downloads are the best way for us to generate revenue.
The money helps us come out with new episodes and have more amazing guests.
Subscribe to the show to automatically download future episodes, and make sure to leave us a rating and review. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And share it with a friend. We walked every morning to the conference, and every tree that had flowers, 10 of us were stopping, taking photos. We were just like little tourists.
That was probably one of my favorite things of just like the trip in general, not so much like the conference, but like that bonding time. And just like, it reminded me of being like little, or like, a young photographer, just feeling like so inspired by literally a bush and stopping, and just like, that's kind of how I would like to spend my weekends, is like getting together with like 20 photographers and just taking a walk and like just feeling inspired with like,
they're all our best like I feel like they're all our best friends.
We're all
now.
best friends.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I'm obsessed with all of them. The dynamic was just so funny because some of us are pretty like outspoken and kind of no filter, weird. And then there's a couple, our little cute like shy girls, Taya and Keely, were like horrified by what we were talking about every night. But it was such a funny just dynamic of the group.
Getting to know them on like a deeper level too is like, it's just so nice.
I think, like I said, that was my biggest takeaway, was just feeling like so in love with everyone. Because like, yeah, I feel like we talk about this often, but there's like drains, like people that you leave a hangout with, whether it's like work friends or friends we've known forever, people that just like kind of suck the life out of you, and it takes a lot of effort to hang out with. And I feel like with our community here, it fills my cup so much. Like I left just being like so happy.
It was effortless.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
Yeah.
Really, really happy we did that. And
yeah, if you're on the fence, guys, listening about coming, there's an ARC same time next year, mid-April, I believe. We'll post the link in our show notes, but definitely
they've announced a couple of people already, right?
Is there anyone you saw on the list that you're excited about?
There
do you remember?
You know, I did mention this kind of to Sachin in passing. It would be really great to see, like this year, or sorry, next year, they are kind of having a little bit more diversity of including family photographers and more lifestyle photographers. But I would love to see more videographers. There was a videographer.
Oh yeah, he was great.
Year. He was good.
Graham. Grey House Visuals, I believe.
Yes. It was nice to hear from a videographer. Obviously, I think when you are up there, you're talking more generally so that it can connect with anyone and everyone. But more video, because I'm on the video side of things. It would just be nice to see that.
Yeah.
What else? I feel like even maybe a podcast would be really nice to hear from.
Okay, well, should we say to what we're manifesting to the world?
Yeah, we have a goal, a manifestation.
This came to me like while we were sitting there. I was taking notes in my notebook because I'm a good student.
Yeah, you are.
And I wrote a note that was like, wait, should we speak at ARC? And I showed it to Sophia.
Yes.
So should we? Do you guys want us to? Email, DM, whatever, Sachin?
Yeah, bombard him and let him know he should have us.
Yeah.
I think we were chatting a little bit about kind of what we would talk about.
Yeah.
But just a general, like, you're never ready for...
No.
You know,
just
so
do the thing.
Just gotta do the thing. And
I also think it would be cool maybe to do like a live podcast on stage with Sachin, because we don't ever really hear from him. Ask him about ARC, because that was taking a big swing for him, starting ARC and doing the thing when maybe he wasn't fully ready. And he's probably had his baby now. I haven't seen anything, but he's gonna be a dad next year. Like when we're there, he'll have a little 1-year-old. So
yeah, it would be awesome to interview him.
Yeah, so Sachin, if you're listening.
Yeah, he has a lot going on, because he has he's a photographer.
Yep.
He has ARC. He has the ARC podcast.
Yep.
He does it all.
Yeah, we also should be on the ARC podcast, I think.
Yeah, so this is our manifestation
We're
goal.
putting it out in the world.
Yeah. Okay. So just even more diverse next year. It's going to be really, really cool.
I'm like a super fan for someone that's speaking, and I'm so excited. I'm her stalker. I've been stalking her forever. Her name is Jamie Lang, and she is a family photographer in Vancouver, and her work is so cool and so like what I aspire to. So I'm thrilled she's going to be there.
Have you bought your ticket yet?
No. But I'm gonna.
But I can't pass up going again. It was just too much fun.
Yeah, I've never left and had any regrets about going. Like, it's been amazing. And did you cry? I said the first year I brought you, I was like, you will cry. And you were like, what?
I was like, absolutely not. I'm not going to cry. Like,
there's a video they posted a video of the conference, some clips from it. There's a video of me with just like tears streaming down my face during Ange's talk. I think you were crying too, and so was Bree.
We were sobbing.
I think I partly was like really tired.
I was like, I literally almost like, sometimes, you know, when you really hard cry and you're like, you're about to be like really vocal,
like sobbing,
like making all the noises. That was very
mine was like actual tear, like streams of tears.
I just have always looked up to Ange. Like
she's a legend.
She was one of my like
okay, her talk was wild.
It was
very her.
I loved it. It was so her. She she really just shows that like life is just not that serious.
It's really not.
And to really showcase who you are to your clients is a big thing. I feel like people don't really show themselves to their clients.
Yeah,
online.
Everything's so curated now.
Yeah, it is.
But you can be your true self. But what got me crying is she didn't tell her client she was shooting a wedding for photo. And she took a video.
I just got chills again.
I'm gonna cry. The hormones are surging over here. She secretly was shooting video, and then she gave it to them, and they videotaped them seeing it.
And oh my god, I am gonna cry right now. It was so beautiful, and that's like that just rang home for me because of making the switch to video. I think it just brings up this emotion for me personally.
Yeah,
and like watching that was just so. It was so beautiful. Like, they were just so moved, and they were like, I don't know. I can't even explain.
Yeah, I think what made me cry is like just the gift that we're able to give to people. And like, it's not a business transaction. It's very much like, we're putting our heart and soul into these things, and people are receiving it back. Like to think that your work could like move someone to tears is crazy.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
We truly have just one of the best jobs, I think. Like,
it's weird to even call it a job.
I know it is. Let's just have a cry. Are we gonna have a cry after this?
Anyway, go to ARC. I personally guarantee you will cry.
Yeah.
And sit with us in the front row. And
we need to start planning our next Barbie house.
I know. How are we going to top the last one?
I know.
Okay. Well, maybe we should tell them about the house a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So we were looking everywhere because there's a big group of us. We all want to stay. The options weren't great.
I'm dying already.
The options were not great. The options were like, I don't know, a condo where like everyone had to, like 5 people had to sleep on like bunk beds in a room, or there was one random house that had an indoor pool but just no furniture. And then Dana, I think, found this one, and I think it was called like Waterfront Mansion.
Yeah, and we're like, that's
we were like, sign us up. It was so cute. The photos were so cute. We were like, amazing. It was semi waterfront, but
we could see the water.
We could see the water. In order to access the water, you had to cross like a junkyard and 5 train tracks. So maybe calling it waterfront was like a little misleading. And mansion, I mean,
in Vancouver, I heard that might be the case because it's hard out there. But
Bree's room upstairs to the attic.
We arrive first.
Yeah, we arrive.
Okay. We get in. We're looking around. It's super cute. It's a little small in the living room.
Yeah, I think they shot it with like a 10mm lens or something, like a fisheye, because it was way smaller than those photos.
So on the main floor, we see 2 beautiful bedrooms, a bathroom, a kitchen, a living room. And we're like, where are these other bedrooms?
Yeah, there was 3 other rooms.
So then we find a room to the basement. It opens up to the backyard. There's another 2 bedrooms. We're like, okay, great. Where is this last bedroom?
But the stairs down to the basement and the room you had to go through were like real creepy. We were like, what are we walking down into? But the basement was actually nice. And you guys got the best rooms, I think.
Yeah.
They were great. Yeah. But the attic,
we find this random small door in the kitchen, and it leads up, and the stairs are so steep.
You could not stand in there. You had to duck down.
You had to like literally crawl up the stairs because you could not stand.
Yeah.
And then we get up there, and this is Bree and Kara's room. And immediately
it was giving a horror movie.
It was giving horror movie.
Like someone was trapped in that attic at one point.
It was like we were going to starve them in that room, and they weren't allowed out for the weekend. So
they were good sports.
Good sports about it. They slept in there.
No one died.
They were able to make it
let
down
them out for water.
But it was hilarious, and it was kind of the joke of the weekend. Yeah.
But it ended up working out.
Yeah.
It was close. We could walk.
Oh yeah, it was so good. It was
Yeah.
easy, and our walks were beautiful there. And yeah, all in all, really amazing trip.
Really amazing. We met a couple of people that want to come on the pod.
Oh yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Did you make any new connections while there?
Well, I'd met Nikki Collette before. I think we met her at Unveiled a couple of years ago, briefly, but she sat with us the whole first day and is just
She's
like
so
such a
lovely.
sweetheart. I love her so much. So that was really nice. And Rebecca, I'm going to butcher her last name, so I'm not going to say it, but I think you know who I'm talking about. Her work is so great. And we met her at the last arc. And I had a chat with her and was like, can I please second shoot for you? You're amazing. And
there was a lot of people that we had seen at the last arc in this.
And then all our pals, Sherry and Mike, were there.
Yes. Oh, that was so nice. I got a massage from Sherry. It was lovely.
Massage. We saw Sarah and Aileen, my like Vancouver besties. So it was so nice. So great to hang with them.
Oh, and Miranda.
Miranda was there.
So nice to see Miranda. She's actually speaking next year.
Yes.
So that's cool.
She spoke last time and we loved it.
Yeah.
Justine Milton from Calgary was there. Oh my
gosh. Now it's all coming back. Like there was a huge Calgary crew out there.
Yeah. I feel like I'd met Justine in passing, but it was nice chatting with her. So,
I wonder if next year there's going to be more Calgary people than Vancouver people. There might be. And then I guess we forgot to mention there are workshops.
Yes.
After the conference. In
I didn't
November,
do one this year. Did you?
I didn't do one this year either. But a lot of other Calgary people did, and they had a lot of good things to say. A couple people did. Oh, Joel and Justina's. I kind of
Joel and Justina are everyone's idol, and they were like celebrities in the midst. Everyone was like, "Ooh, there they are!"
Very cool. And their workshop was a really cool concept because they had everyone dress up and they used everyone as like models.
And their house that they shot in was
very cool.
And then a lot of people did Karamia's workshop too. Yeah, I've done quite a few workshops over the years and they're always awesome.
Yeah.
So
I think, I would love to see a videographer, showcasing, because there was quite a few videographers in the crowd this last year. And I'm sure a lot of photographers wanting to dabble in video, right?
Yeah.
So kind of talking about more approach maybe into video or things like that. So,
well, maybe you should lead the charge on that.
Maybe eventually that'll be a 5-year goal to be at ARC.
Yeah.
Talking about video.
Well, like we said, we'll post the link. If you're on the fence, join and we will be your best friend and get lunch with you. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Well, thank you guys for listening. It was so nice getting to talk about our experience at ARC.
Yeah.
And catch up a little bit and share Sophia's big news.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, cheers.
Cheers. As always, we appreciate you guys listening. If you can download and subscribe each episode, it really helps us out. Our goal is to start making money off the pod this year, so we need your help with that. Share it with a friend. We absolutely love when you guys share it on your stories that you're listening.
Yeah,
we love being able to see what you guys are liking. Also, follow us on TikTok and YouTube, all the places.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.